Gaffer, a tough result here at Holker Street today. How do you reflect on that one?
Oh, uh, I think it's important first and foremost that I don't say too much at this point in terms of reacting off emotion, because there's so much emotionally that I could say now about parts of that game. I think we knew exactly what game it was going to be. We knew exactly how they'd set up. We knew they'd come and park the bus, and they're very good at it. They're very organised. Said it in the week. And we knew at times we'd have to be patient and move the ball and move them to create the opportunities. I felt at times we did that. I think we put over 30 crosses in the box, but we lack quality. We lack quality in the final third. Look, there's loads of football things that I can talk about. I feel in terms of the overall game, apart from counter-attacks and set pieces, I never felt they were a threat on us. But my concern today was there's a horrible fear in the place, all from the top to the bottom. There's a horrible fear, and I think we've seen that manifest when we concede the first goal. The kids hit an absolute wonder strike that you'll probably never hit again, but in that moment they'd not laid a glove on us, and that's where you have to come together as a team, as a place, and get back to what you do and wait. Them are the kind of games that you might have to wait till the 70-75 minutes to grind them down, but we didn't have enough individuals today that did enough with the ball. We had too many people that went hiding. There's not enough personality in there. I said it in the week, but we will look back at these first couple of weeks and it will be a blessing in disguise, because I've seen some things in individuals and in the team and the club that just can't be allowed. I understand why it's got to the place it has, because there's still elements in that group that were here on the journey last week and are still carrying it, last season, sorry, and are still carrying it, and it manifests in moments like that. It all comes out. I've seen bits of it last week and I've seen more this week, so look, there's a reason why that there's been so many managers here. That's not coincidence. Every single manager can't be wrong, and it's something I'm not going to allow. People have to get on board. There has to be change in certain areas. I knew, and I said it last week, I knew this was going to be a long and a hard project, and I knew it was going to take time. I didn't get carried away with pre-season, because I think when you've got certain personalities, they shine when the sun's out, but when they get smashed in the face, it's a whole different ball game. So look, for me, I didn't see enough personality. There's not enough fire in the place. There's a real soft underbelly to the place, and Barrow's not about that. I feel for the fans. I feel frustrated for them, because this place is it has a certain identity to it. The fight and the aggression, etc. we showed in pre-season, but we matched that with quality, and in the first two games we've not shown. With the two goals, again, look, the kids scored a wonder goal, but they've both come from us. Both goals have come from two mistakes from us. It was the same last week, two mistakes from people not doing the jobs, and I'm past giving people opportunities now. We've had 8 weeks, and I've just said to the players there, like, there's going to be some tough chats next week, because I'm not carrying people.
And how do you move forward in terms of changing the quality, but also the mentality of the
I mean,
players?
look, there's a lot of easy fixes. We're 2 games in. This is it's a long goal season. It feels like we're games into the season, because losing 2 games is heavy. But at the same time, for me, I'm learning so much in this storm at the minute. So I will take the positives from it, and it's up to me to fix them things that I think are wrong, and people have got to buy into that. The football club's got to buy into that, otherwise it'll stay in the same situation and cycle it's been in. But there's we've got quality in the changing room, but when that quality doesn't come through because of lack of personality, lack of character, lack of belief, lack of confidence, it's pointless you being on the pitch. So look, we need people that are ready to stand and fight and be brave enough to get on the ball. I didn't see enough bravery today. The amount of times we had the opportunity, as planned, to play forward, to get into certain areas. We knew they'd be a low block. and we didn't do it. We took the safe option, we kept coming backwards, we kept going sidewards, and if people aren't going to carry out the game plan, they can't be in the team. It's that simple, and that sounds a little bit harsh, but I've come here to win, I've come here to be successful, and anything that gets in the way of that has to be moved.
And you talked about giving it time, it's not going to happen in the first 2 games. Do you think that those things will be ironed out given more games coming up?
Yeah, I think that's common sense. I think when you put a new group of people together, it's always going to take time. It's not going to be fixed in two games. My thing for me and my biggest eye opener is there's things in the group that I thought we could work with and get up to speed. And it's not saying we haven't got good players, because we've got good players. We have got good players. We've got players that have played a lot of Football League games. But my question, and I've just questioned them in there, I don't know if the mentality's right. I don't know if the fire's there to do what needs to be done in a really, really, really tough league. This is a really tough league, and it's caught some people out. I can see it's caught some people off guard. Every game is an absolute battle, and if you're not prepared to do that, you get caught out. And for me, there's an element of a spine that we're missing in certain areas, and that needs fixing.
And what does this next week look like in preparation for the next game?
Long, really long, lots of hours. Like I say, I'm frustrated for the supporters today, and I'm desperate to give them just something to get behind and to cheer about. So the only way that you get through these moments, be it right at the start of the season, in the first couple of weeks, or you go through it at the end or the middle of the season, is you have to work hard. You have to work hard. What we've done is we've gave people an opportunity. We've gave people a clean slate. We've gave people a chance. And if people aren't taking the chances, then you have to change. It's the nature of the beast. You give people a chance and you hope that they can come to the party, but if they don't, you have to change. So look, we're only 2 games in. It's frustrating. It's really frustrating. It hurts right now. There's a real pain at the minute, but it's something that, as a group, and I've just said to my staff there, obviously we're a new staff to this, so this is new to us, but we've got to make sure that the place is so emotional. Again, from top to bottom, it's so emotional. And we've got to make sure that we control that, because we're 2 games in. This is a long old journey. We'll end up where we need to be. I've been here before in this process, especially in my last couple of jobs, so I understand things take time. But there's certain things that we have to fix straight away.